Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Ring Epic KOM Handicap, live tonight from Watopia. Not 3 months ago, we held the first Big Ring Handicap event on this course without the event module. About 10 people showed up, and here we are, like I say, not 3 months later. We think this is a great event that we've got going here, and thanks for coming along. We'll hopefully get to see some good racing tonight. As we watch the neutral rollout, this is 1.5 watts per kilo at handicap weight, and we see a little bit of bunching here, a bit of splitting of the group, but hopefully that'll all come back together. And through the aquarium section, unfortunately there were some technical issues with the host broadcaster. We've not seen the go, go, go sign. This is the base of the climb, and we are live racing here now as we see Scott Riddell, first ride back from a little while, take it out very hard up the initial stages of the climb as we want to do, and Anthony Plummer, who we're seeing now, going out all out to catch him, bridge that gap. So Riddell and Plummer out very hard early. We'll see. Time will tell if that's too early or if they can maintain it, and it looks like Simon Heavey in third. So as things settle down a bit, that was a frenetic start. We're seeing behind those first few lead riders, Petchak, Miami Vise, Galbraith, Ross New, Rowney, Barrett, the Bumblebee Davies, Kip, Hogg. This is Hogg in the yellow jersey, Richard Stokes, Greco, and Gary Wilson, formerly Why Go Outside, Bailey, Tyler, Winter, Costa Beale. So a big field today. Hopefully we'll get through all the riders as we make our way up to the top of the Epic KOM banner. So to the bridge now, where there's a slight respite in the gradient, so that doesn't help smart trainer riders because they need to force the pace themselves. Dumb trainers, so-called, will find it a bit easier, and we have Heavey and Plummer at the head of the race as we move across the bridge. This is Petchak, who's been a regular of recent times, and Anthony Plummer, who won the inaugural KOM handicap and indeed the total inaugural Big Ring handicap. Anthony Plummer finishing over a rampaging RD6 that day in June of this year. This is Abramovsky out of the United States, one of the international riders for today. And this is what we see now. Riddell falling back a bit after going out early with New, and little groups all over the road. Rowney, Max T, to Tyler, Davies, and this is Bailey, who we haven't seen in a while, and Vanden Bosch, also out of the United States. Sandro Costa Beale, and Greco riding with Fantana, and Stafford Marsland. Then I think we saw Burns briefly, but I think his night is done with tech issues. So this is Simon Heavey. Heavey leads the race through the castle. But as we see, by the time we get to the gallery, Petchak has taken the lead. That's Petchak up ahead, 2 seconds over Heavey. Here he is. Here's Petchak working hard, 162 beats a minute, so possibly with room still to move. And Heavey in second place, Abramovsky in third. This is him in the green jersey. I liked this footage. These are some of the things we sometimes see on Zwift, just a little glitchy, a little bit of the data not making its way all the way to the video feed. This is Kip in fourth place, having some real life good results due to the TBR effect, we believe. Barrett from the UK, James New, and this is Anthony Plummer, so that initial charge just taking a little bit too much out of the tank early on. Still riding well, but not near the head of the race as he was previously. All the talk this week's about Bruno Vieira. That was him. He's come to the race in the green sprinters jersey, so he can do it all. This is Davies in a group with Winter, the Canuck, Canadian rider, and Clayton Marsland, one of the two Marsland brothers, both riding tonight. So this little group, if they can work together, they'll inspire each other and hopefully work to the top of the mountain. Vanden Bosch and Bailey just coming through the foggy section. Hogg in the big yellow jersey. Greco and Fantana a little gap back, and Costa Beale to Stafford Marsland, second of the Marsland brothers, who's bringing up the tail of the field. Recently we've seen the beard Stafford Marsland's working through here, and we can probably understand that's why he can't get enough oxygen in tonight. So to the head of the race, Petchak just taking a little breather on the decline there as we come through the saddle. So Petchak to Simon Heavey to Abramovsky, the American. That's 1, 2, 3. Peter Kipp just coming over the rollers in fourth. So we'd say those first four are pretty well established. This is Barrett looking up the road to Plummer, who's used a little power up there, a feather light, with James New just up ahead of him. MT and Rowney are foundation members of the big ring, and we can see by Rowney's heart rate, he is working hard in the 180s. This is not any sort of gimme here. Each of these riders will desperately want to beat the other over the line, so we'll keep an eye on that. This is a group of Hogg, Bailey and Greco, and also Costa Beale with Vanden Bosch and Fantana close behind. So 7 or 8 riders there, very close together. So Vanden Bosch, this is his debut ride. Don't know too much about this rider, but working forward through Fantana and Costa Beale, a recent regular. So Petchak now with 12-second advantage over Heavey to Abramovsky. Looks like the first 3 are well set up. Rowney and MT still riding in lockstep. Fantana goes ahead of Costa Beale now. Looking to move up on Bailey and Hogg ahead of that. This is now Galbraith, Winter, Davies and Clayton Marsland have all come together. So it's setting up for an intriguing last bit of incline up to the top. But this is Warwick Petchak. Well done, great ride. Working hard the whole way. Apparently a new fan set up in his pain cave tonight, so well done, Petchak. I think a debut win, and what a place to do it, the epic KOM. Abramovsky looking up to Heavey now. I don't think he's going to be enough road to catch him, so it will be Heavey second, Abramovsky third. As we move back, Rowney and MT still locked together. Davies trying to stay on terms with Winter and Marsland. This is Kipp coming over the line for fourth. It's going to be James New after that in fifth. Anthony Plummer not able to replicate the win of the first event. Sixth and very respectable nonetheless. Stokes is in seventh at the moment, but under threat from Newbury. But Stokes holds on. Newbury, we haven't seen too much of him out of the UK. Great ride from him. I see out of the corner of my eye William Wallace closing down on Barrett, and he gets him. He gets Barrett at the line. This is Riddell now, under pressure from Bruno Vieira, the man of the hour. Bruno Vieira in the sprinter's jersey goes ahead of Riddell. Riddell has more experience on this course, so we'll see what he can respond with. He responds with orange numbers. Big power numbers from Scott Riddell. 900 watts, 970, almost 1,000 watts, and he gets over the top of Bruno Vieira. That's something not many people have been able to do in the last few weeks. So Riddell then to Bruno Vieira. Great sprinting. As we move back to MT, he's been able to gap Rowney, but he can't quite get Ross. So big finishes here all over the mountain. It's Ross next to MT, who has gotten the better of Rowney by only 2 seconds. Great mountain climbing. Clayton Marsland next. Then Galbraith, who was in the group with Davies and Winter. So Galbraith just going ahead on that count. It's Galbraith to Winter to Davies. Although Wilson gets ahead of Winter in a sprint. Where's he come from? Great finish from Wilson. This is Greco looking over the shoulder of Fantana now. Greco goes first here, gets over the top of Fantana, gets the jump on him. Fantana responds, but it doesn't look like he can respond well enough. So Greco next to Brian Fantana. Sandro Costabile working hard to the very end from Tyler. And then we see Hogg after that. Stafford, Marsland, Bailey, and Vanden Bosch, the American. I think we might have lost a couple along the way, as we sometimes do. That's been a great event, guys. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks for putting your effort into the ride. Good sprint battles all the way up and down the placings. So here's the riders gathering at the end. Don't forget your ride-ons. Don't forget to comment at Facebook. Let Dino know your new and improved FTP, and we'll see you for the next TBR Handicap.